Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward. Hey guys, Altcoin Sherpa here with a daily coin analysis today. I am going to be doing BAND. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert or professional. Do your own research. Trading is risky. Today I wanted to talk about BAND, and BAND is a oracle, and oracles in general, you can just Google what they are. Chainlink is the most famous crypto oracle where they translate real-world data onto the blockchain. I believe that BAND is going to go to $20 eventually. I think it's a fairly highly percent chance that this happens. And this one had a massive run in the summer, just absolutely huge move. I remember actually buying this thing back at like, I don't know, I think in the $150 area, and I sold it for like 10 or 20% or something like that, and then it obviously did 4x. So unfortunately, I missed out on a lot of gains, but it is what it is. You know, that's what happens in the market. Can't do anything about that. So today I am going to go through the BAND USDT chart as well as the BAND BTC chart. So what are we looking at here? Obviously, BAND had its massive run, and we can go into high time frame charts here, where BAND basically had this long kind of accumulation, I don't know what you want to call this, basically, where it didn't really move until it started to obviously have its massive run. And after it had this massive run from basically $4 to $20, it had massive distribution, and this is characterized by very high sell volume, blow off top. This is a very characteristic thing. And then when price starts to wick above like this with some ugly daily candle closes with high sell volume, followed by a big pullback, and then once again when price grinds back up on low buy volume, generally this is like one last exhaustion push before price obviously falls all the way back down. So that's kind of what happened with BAND USDT, and this is like a good example if you want to look for a blow off top. And this is what's going to happen too at the end of the altcoin cycle in a few months probably, where alts all need to collectively cool off. It's going to all look like this, where things are very euphoric, and that's the time to really sell your bags. But as of right now, that's not where BAND is at currently. After it had that big run, price cooled off, and it entered a accumulation cycle. And I have a video on accumulation. Check it out. This is a classic example of accumulation, in my opinion, where price just sits there in a range, and it did this for several months, 110 days-ish, depending on how you want to gauge this range. And price just accumulated. So when price is in this range, generally speaking, both sides of the range will get tapped. Price will go up, price will go down, test the top part of the range and the bottom. You can trade this range, and that's totally acceptable. That's, you know, many traders will just look to buy the range low, sell the range high, and generally speaking, the EQ, or the equilibrium of this range, in this case it's 550. This acted as a important SR level as well. And again, you can take many trades within the range where you can basically go ahead and, you know, buy the EQ of the range 550 and sell at the top around 750. That's, you know, totally solid strategy depending on how you like to trade. You know, scalp that 30% ish range. Or you could have also just bought here and just waited on your coin. Again, there's an opportunity cost. It depends on your overall strategy in terms of how you like to trade and invest. Personally, I accumulated BAND. I just I was just buying all throughout the fives basically. I can't say I was like, sniper at 450 or whatever. I was just basically buying in the fives and sixes, and yeah, that's kind of what I did for Band. And generally speaking, this chart kind of reminded me of Link USD a little bit too, where Link accumulated after it had a big run, and now it's unwinding. So as of right now, generally speaking, the larger the accumulation period, the larger the expansion. And this one accumulated for several months. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that I think that Band, given how long it's accumulated for, is not done with its run quite yet. I believe that the 20s will get tapped, but it still could take some time. So here's an obvious SR level around 1150. And if we start to scale down to on the lower time frames, this area here is going to have a lot of sell liquidity. And you can see price has been tapped here twice. And this could be, a short-term double top depending on the context and the time frame that you trade. But what happens again when resistance is tapped over and over again? It gets weaker. And this is kind of what I expect to happen basically for Band, is I would not at all be surprised to see this tap this area again and pull back, because there are still maybe some sellers in that area. In terms of support, the 750 area is obviously that's the former range high, and I would expect this to come if Bitcoin pulls back larger into the 20Ks. I think that 750 is almost certainly going to get tapped in that case. If Band decides to hold up, then there are some micro levels, like we're kind of where it's currently at, around 850. But ultimately, I do expect there to be a little more selling in the 1150s, and then price to blitz up. And when this happens, there is going to be sell liquidity up here as well, around the 15 area. But again, because this area got initially tapped here, and then once again it got tapped again, there will be a reaction in this area, and it's going to be a good initial first short, in my opinion. But I do ultimately believe that $20 will get broken for Band. I still feel very strongly about that, and oracles in general are a very strong narrative for 2021. There are a lot of strong oracles. There's dozens of them, or probably hundreds at this point. But Band is still one of the bigger oracles, and I think that Band will have a very strong run in 2021. So my personal opinion here and plan for Band, I already bought around the 5s and 6s. If Bitcoin goes to the 20Ks, then I expect 750 to get tapped. This would be a pretty solid entry in my opinion. It's just obvious SR level, and if Bitcoin goes really crazy, like to 20K, then the 550s will get tapped in my opinion here. But I expect there to be a pretty quick rebound with regards to Band. And I'm expecting $20. So my plan, again, if Bitcoin does dip down, then I am expecting something like 750. If Bitcoin starts to go up higher at this point, then I am expecting price to do kind of what I showed you here. I expect price to go ahead and start wicking above in the 1150 area and then eventually break. So again, it's going to really depend on Bitcoin, but ultimately I do believe that Band will break the $20. So let's take a look at the Band BTC chart. This is going to be similar to other alt BTC pairs, where we're going to see alt BTC pairs start to outperform alt USD pairs, in my opinion. I feel pretty strongly about that in the next few weeks. and I think that the alt BTC pairs are going to do very, very well. And as of right now, it's kind of a slight rounded bottom. It's not really a full V-shaped reversal or anything like that, but I still feel strongly that band will eventually go higher with the BTC pair. I'm expecting some sellers here around this 41k Satoshis area, but ultimately I am expecting price to reach some of these higher levels. And this chart is fairly clean in my opinion. Like the swing low was an obvious SR level, and these levels are pretty clean in my opinion, as I said before. So yeah, I'm expecting alt BTC pairs to do very well, and I expect band to also do very well. If this does hit $20, then I'm expecting it to outperform Bitcoin in the time when it does. And generally speaking, according to volume profile, there are some price voids that you can see too. That price generally likes to fill out these voids. So like, when it starts to hit 65k up to 85k, it's going to want to grind through that area eventually and fill it out. So overall, I am very bullish on band. I think that this will do very well in the coming weeks and months. And band is one of my bags, so just disclaimer on that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on daily coin analysis for band. Good luck.